Imagine 2 points on a number plane, x being 2 and y being 4. Now, you might think, wait, that's just 2 points, that's just a coordinate. But what if you think of it as a direction, as a vector? Draw an arrow from the origin all the way to that coordinate, and that's your direction. Anywhere you move that direction, it's still the same direction, still facing the same way, and the only thing that's actually notating it, making it possible for us to write it down, is that we have the origin and those 2 points. Now, in video games, we could apply that to any object in our scene. We could, for example, have a glass, and we can tell it, in this direction, we want you to move in this direction. Now, it doesn't matter where the glass is, I can still tell it to move in that direction. Now, imagine we had a second vector, another direction. So first one, something like this. Second one, in the opposite direction, okay? Let's say the first one we created is twice as big as the second one. Okay, but what happens if we add them together? Well, you can think of it as a basic addition. Let's just take the x coordinates, add them together, and take the y coordinates, add them together. Okay, let's see. We have one which we created first, which is 2 and 4, and the second one is -1, -2. Okay, so we're going to add 2 to -1, which would be 1, and we're going to add 4 to -2, which is just 2. And as you can see, there we already have our vector. We're done. But do you notice something? If you look with a keen eye, you might see that if you add 2 vectors together, it's basically the same thing as moving the second one, or the first one, to the end of the other one. Move the start of one vector to the end of the other, and see where the end of the last one lands. You can see that from the origin, from the start of the first vector, you can do a single line from that point to the end point of the second vector. And it just so happens to be that that is the result of us adding the vectors together. So adding vectors together actually gives us another vector that's just a line from the start point to the end point created by the addition. Okay, but what about subtraction? What if we subtract one vector from another? Well, I can tell you this much. The only difference is that the order now matters. You can't do it like in addition. In addition, you can add this one to this one, or in the other order, this one to this one. In subtraction, you have to define, you have to say that I'm going to subtract this one from this one, because it's not going to be the same thing if you do the other way. Got it? Well, then you got the entire thing. Good luck with math.